Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be talking about how you can actually make money with photography. My name is Evan Albrecht. I'm a professional surf and lifestyle photographer here in San Diego. I've been shooting photography for over 9 years now, which is pretty crazy, but I have done so many strategies that some have worked, some haven't worked on how to make money, and today I'm going to talk about those. So let's get right into it. First one is choosing your niche and overall building your brand around that niche. And don't try to be everything in this. Focus on what you're good at and what the market needs. And I've seen so many photographers say, hey, I'm gonna shoot cars, I'm gonna shoot surf, I'm gonna shoot all this product stuff, I'm gonna shoot lifestyle, I'm gonna shoot weddings. And it's like, no, you can't do that, and that's not sustainable for the long term. And even if you can do that for the long term, people are gonna say, oh, I need a wedding photographer. Oh, I know this actual wedding photographer. I know this surf photographer. I know this person, where you're just gonna be, I kind of just do everything. I'm okay at everything. Where you want to be known in that space for being, hey, you're that go-to person in weddings. You're that go-to person in surf and lifestyle. That's what I'm trying to be. You're that go-to person in sports in San Diego. Like, you want to be that person. So that's why picking a niche is so important. And this really matters because when you specialize, you become the go-to in that space and your work stands out. That's really the key to this, is standing out in that niche. And building your brand around this niche as well. So that includes your website, social media, portfolio. All of this should go around that niche, and then also say, hey, this is my best work. This is what you're gonna get when you hire me for this job. So important and so underrated, because nowadays there are so many photographers who are trying to do so much. And hey, you can have two niches. You can shoot commercial stuff and you can shoot surf stuff. But if you're going into 3 to plus niches, it's gonna be really tough to stand out in all of those niches. So that's why it's really important in this. And once you find that niche, how can you actually bring in active income off of that niche? So through that client work, through that pricing, selling prints, etc. through that. So active income is when you exchange your actual time for those skills directly for money. So shoots, things like that is really how you're doing that. If you shoot a wedding for $5,000, it takes you a week to shoot and edit that, then that's $5,000 for that week. So obviously that would be great. You'd earn a lot of money if you're making that, if it's just one person, but usually it's a lot of people. So just kind of dividing that, saying, hey, how much is your time actually work? How much time are you physically spending working on this, editing, shooting, cleaning your gear? And this is where that pricing strategy comes in and really makes a difference in what you're doing. So having clear packages and not just kind of making up random quotes whenever someone asks you, hey, I'm trying to do a shoot, how much do you cost? I would have half and then full day rates is what I personally do. There's other ways to do this. You can do it hourly, kind of estimate per hour how long the shoot's gonna take through editing and everything. You can also have just normal shoot quotes. Hey, I'm gonna do a commercial shoot. They want 20 photos, they want this, and I'm gonna charge $1,000. But the only problem with that is the time can change so much, which is why I think that half and full day rate really encompass kind of everything that you're doing in that, and why that's so important. And another thing for active income is having really those usage and licensing rights in those shoots as well, because that's how you make a lot of money after the shoot when you're already done with the work. So kind of leans on the passive income side, which we're gonna talk about after, but how you can actually make more money doing the same thing. And a lot of bigger companies or commercial shoots will do this, where you say, hey, if you do this with this type of content, so if you post this ad, you pay me $100 every time you use this on social media. Or if you use this on your website, you pay me $500. And you're just getting that money right away when that happens, which is a huge way to use this passive income. So kind of jumping into this passive income, you have digital products, licensing, stock images, all this crazy stuff now, courses, all this crazy stuff, but some of it really does work, and that's what I'm gonna talk about right now and what I've actually leaned into. So passive income you build once and then earn repeatedly. So this is really the key to generating real money and real wealth with photography and with content nowadays. So some examples of passive income are digital downloads. So presets that I sell on my website, stock photography and licensing. This is a huge one that I'm gonna talk about. And then also different courses and workshops. So a lot of things here, but really that stock photography and licensing, stock photography is kind of on the side of this, where there's some people that kill it. They have all these photos, but I don't think stock photography is really the key to this here. licensing has been the key for me when I'm shooting with those bigger clients and having that say, hey, in the contract, if you do this, then I get this amount of money. That has been a key unlock for me to gain real wealth. Another thing I've been doing, which I'm sure you've been seeing on my website, is those presets. So I built out 3 presets that I use on every single shoot. And I've been selling these on my website to help you guys out and beginning photographers, pro photographers, if you just want to try some new presets. And it's so important to have stuff like this because it really works. Like, I get sales from this all of the time and I don't do anything for it. I don't even market them except my videos and talk about them like this. So having things like that is huge. Like, I'll be sleeping, wake up, and I'll have a few orders for those and I don't even touch them because they're digital products. So that's really the key, is building something that works on its own that you don't have to touch, which is really the key to that passive income. Because a lot of these, you have to be careful because there are some passive income streams like these online courses and workshops. You're probably seeing so much where these people are actually marketing so much. They're paying so much money to market these courses, to build these courses out. It's not even really passive at that point because they're using so much time and money for that. It's really just active, and then that passive income comes in later. But for me, I want passive income that's actually, hey, I'm done working, I'm sleeping, and that money is coming in. So that's really the key to that. And the most important thing to this overall strategy is not just having one stream of revenue from passive or active, but having multiple streams and having diverse streams of income that are coming in at a consistent rate. And that's really the key to that, because one revenue stream can be very risky nowadays, and leaning on multiple streams will really help you build stability in an uneasy market, or if you're just not making enough with one revenue stream, or want to scale and build that wealth and be able to actually build something more than just shooting every day and saying, hey, I want to take a few days off and I want to have some time to do this, or I want to have normal time to hang out with my kids and actually have weekends now. So I want to build that wealth up by having different income streams that work at all times and not just when I'm actually working. So that's really the key to this whole thing, is actually having multiple streams. So a breakdown of this could be you have client shoots, licensing, and digital products. So that's really what I focus on. This has really been a key player for me in building this and building this company up. So would highly recommend that: client shoots, licensing, and digital products. I can make a video on each one of those. I have made them on some of them before. So let me know down below which one you want to see in more detail. But when one stream slows down with seasonality or anything else, others really can fill in for this, or you can just start marketing for those other ones a little bit more. So that's really the key to this, is having it where if one stream slows down, it's okay because those other ones are going to fill in during that time. And it's really important you pick 2 to 3 that you can manage well, and not trying to pick, 10 income streams if it's just you, because that's just not sustainable. I'm not going to have 10 income streams where I'm selling prints. I'm working farmers markets multiple times a week. I'm trying to work 3 weddings a week. I'm trying to shoot commercial shoots. Like, that's just not sustainable, and it's not going to work long term. And that's the whole point of this, is how can we build an actual strategy around wealth that's going to be sustainable in the long term and actually be able to build you real wealth, and not just, I can only make okay money when I'm working. We don't want that. We want it to be that good passive income where it's coming in at all times. And really the key to this is having that marketing and audience building in the background through content, through what you're putting out there. And the income you earn is really linked to the visibility and trust that you're getting from social media, from your website, from different PR, from anything really like that. Is the whole key to this, is marketing. Marketing is the key to any business, is getting sales. And this is really the key nowadays for actual photographers, content creators, is put out that content. Like, as a photographer, content creator, I'm making content anyway, so I might as well put it out there. And then these videos, I love teaching and helping other people because I was in that spot before as well. So how can I do that? And think about that for you as well. Like, if I'm a wedding photographer, maybe I put my phone on top of my camera and video and say, hey, this is behind the scenes of how I do this shoot. Things like that work really well, and they actually help other people. So that's how you get that visibility as well, by having trust and by actually putting stuff out there that helps others and that has value, because people aren't going to waste their time on things that don't have value. But some other examples are behind the scenes shoots of your work, social media using reels, shorts, things like that to drive traffic to your site, Building your email list, super important. Emails are still one of the most efficient and best ways to do marketing nowadays, which is pretty crazy. And then obviously networking, local businesses, brands, and other creatives, because in the end, partnerships matter and they'll help you get more gigs, sell more things, and overall just be better as well, because other creators want to help you. If you have any questions, ask me, ask other people in your field, because most people genuinely do want to help you. And clients expect more than photos now, so they want content for their socials, so tailor your packages towards that. Build that content, and then you can post that content as well. You're already building that content out. And of course, always stay aware of the market as well. What's changing, what's trending in marketing and social media. There's so many trends nowadays on like TikTok and Reels. Use those to your advantage. Try to be the first to put those videos out. They only take a few minutes to make, honestly. Just hold your phone up, get a little tripod, get those videos out as fast as possible, and you'll build that brand faster than you thought you could ever do it. And the last thing is scaling up your strategy for growth and long-term stability. And this is so important as well, because once you have a consistent income, be smart with how you're doing that and what you're doing. So overall, raise your rates if you're gonna be booked out. Outsource those non-core tasks. You can outsource your editing, outsource your logistics of downloading the photos, putting them out to those clients. Like, there's a lot of small tasks that can save you so much time. It doesn't cost that much. Upsell services for photo and video, social content bundles, even prints and things like that. Super important for there. And then also developing high-end offerings for retainers and brand partnerships. If you're in that commercial space or working with smaller brands as well, that's a big thing that I've been working on, is having those retainers for consistent income in this. And it's so important, even doing something monthly for a couple $1,000s for one brand, and you're really only doing work for a few hours a month in that. Spend a few days grinding on that and you're getting paid a few $1,000s for that month. So really the key to there, and in scaling that growth and having long-term stability in making money with photography and with content. So if you have any more questions down below, please let me know. Would love to answer those. And I hope these were super actionable ways to make real money in photography. And if you have any more questions, obviously let me know. But like the video, subscribe, all really helps me out. And see you next video.